Hello everyone, welcome to a video lecture on Module 3 Solidification and Non-Ferrous Foundry Practice. See, in this module, we discuss about the introduction to solidification, nucleation process, solidification variables, directional solidification and its need in casting, method or factors controlling directional solidification, regasification liquid metals and methods, casting defects, and last advantages limitations of casting process. First we discuss the what is mean by solidification process. See, last video lecture I briefly told about the casting process and the steps involved in the casting process. See, what are the steps involved in the casting process, sand casting process? The preparation of the pattern first, after that to make the course, after that to prepare the molding box. In that we have to place the pattern and fix the riser, runner and place the molding sand. So after that next process comes is the solidification process. You see what is mean by solidification process and what is meant by nucleation process in this video lecture. What is meant by solidification process? It is a process where liquid metal transforms into solid upon cooling. Solidification is the process by which substance undergoes phase transformation here, liquid state to solid state. The molten metal is in the liquid form. After solidification, it is converted into a solid form. For best example for this process is how water converting into ice cubes. In our refrigerator, we can see how water is converted into ice cubes. It is a simple example for solidification process. In casting process, as a molten metal, it is in the form of liquid, is poured into the mold cavity. How the mold cavity is formed? With the help of pattern. It begins to cool. When the temperature drops below the freezing point or melting point of the material, a solidification starts. But here what happens? The change of liquid state to solid state does not occur at a complete manner here, but instead of that it will take step by step. We see in the next slide how that liquid form of molten metal converted into a solid form. How much time taken? It is called as a solidification time taken to convert a liquid state to a solid state. See, this figure shows three figures: figure A, figure B and figure C. Figure A to C shows how liquid state to a solid state formation takes place. If you see in a figure A, that we called as the nucleation. What is meant by nucleation? When a liquid cools below its freezing point. It's a starting. Initially it starts the cooling, it starts solidifying and the atoms of the liquid metal begins to bond together, forming a very small sized crystal that is called as the nucleus, that is nuclei. So when a solidification starts below its freezing point, atoms are starts solidifying a single particular, you can see here circular particular that we call as the nuclei. So as soon as the molten metal is poured in a sand mold, the process of solidification starts. Nuclei formation is the a second stage of solidification process. See, as the solidification process progresses, the crystal increase in the size. See, if the solidification progress, there will be increase in its size. If you say the figure B, there will be increase in the size of the atoms. That we called as the dendrites. It is called as the dendrites. If you say a tree-like structures, crystal structures, if you see the microstructure, it's look like a trees. It's called as the dendrites. The dendrites grow in different directions in each crystal, and finally, when one dendrite impinges upon the adjacent growing dendrite, a grain boundary forms here. See, a grain boundary forms here in the figure C. The crystal growth when all the available liquid metal has solidifies. See, every particle of the liquid metal will grow into the crystal or grain structure. Again, it's cooling, it's below melting point. It forms the grain boundary here. This means how this liquid state is converted into a solid state. It will take some times. After pouring the molten metal into the molten mold cavity, it leaves for 1 to 2 hours for solidification process. So this is all about the nucleation process, crystal growth and grain boundary. Next, let's see what are the types of nucleation process. So far we discussed about how nucleation formation takes place. Next we see the types of nucleation process. It is observed that nucleation is helped by the presence of foreign elements or impurities. What happens here? Some foreign particles are required to complete the nucleation process. For this we have two types. One is the homogeneous nucleation and another one is heterogeneous nucleation. So when nucleation takes place in the molten metal or liquid metal without the help of any foreign particles or impurities, then it is known as homogeneous nucleation, or it is also called as the self nucleation. See how, just an example told how water is converted into ice cubes. There is no any extra particles are required to convert a liquid water into the ice cubes. A nucleation based on this mechanism takes place in the pure liquid metals only. If you see the next type, on the other hand, when nucleation takes place within the help of foreign particles or impurities, it is known as heterogeneous nucleation process. Say impurities, it is in the form of sand particles or alloy or additions or oxides or even the surface of the mold walls where heat transfer takes place. Thus, in the usual casting process, nucleation is heterogeneous. This is all about the types of nucleation process. In this video lecture, we discussed about the what is meant by solidification process and what is meant by nucleation process and the types of nucleation process. Hope all of you understood this concept. Thank you.